Let me tell you a story. So I remember the first night when I downloaded TikTok, and I remember I was playing Xbox. It was like past midnight. I don't know how I discovered it, but I woke up my mom in the middle of the night to help me make an account. And then she went back to bed, and the first thing I did was I just started making random videos. I had this little like horse mask, and I thought it was really funny. So I was like making these like meme videos, and I would start to make a bunch of other videos that were like these jokes. Me and my friends would do like these weird skits, and we would post them. And I remember I gained like 3,000 followers, and eventually I quit posting all these like funny videos, these memes, and all these skits I would do. And I remember I would just scroll. That's all I would do. I would just use the app to scroll. And I didn't really know this at the time, but just doing that, literally just scrolling, was like killing my happiness. Eventually, I would start getting into things like the gym and dieting and meditating and all this stuff, and I would start to learn about dopamine detox. And this is where I basically deleted TikTok because I didn't realize how just scrolling, literally just like doing this, just watching content and scrolling, is keeping you lazy, unmotivated, unhappy, unfulfilled, all of these weird things. And so many people go throughout their life and they never know this. Basically, what happens is, if you ever heard of dopamine detox, what happens is you get that like dopamine spike, right? This can come from not just scrolling, but also from things like pornography addiction, junk food, all that. You get like a dopamine spike, right? It feels good in the moment, but then it drops below the baseline. So you were right here, right? And then it goes up and then it drops below the baseline, and then your baseline basically goes down. And then you keep doing that over and over. Your baseline goes lower and lower and lower. And then you just feel so dull. Nothing feels right, you know. You're like going outside and playing with your dog, like it isn't even fun anymore. When you were a kid, that was like the peak happiness. That was like, everyone says like, how do I get the childhood happiness again? You need to like fix your dopamine levels. And the opposite of that spectrum is like working out. It basically raises your baseline of dopamine because it doesn't really feel good. It feels painful. Going on the diet feels painful. You know, it's hard to resist the bad food, but you raise that baseline. And like I said, so many people in our generation and even in older generations never realize this. They're going to go throughout their life and they're going to just keep dropping that baseline lower and lower and lower. And they're going to feel so unmotivated to do anything. If you're in the gym and stuff, you'll probably notice this with a lot of people. They just have no motivation to start going to the gym or doing this or doing that. I remember we have this one friend and we hang out with him still, but I'm not gonna I hate to talk shit about him, but he's just so unmotivated to do anything. We try and get him to go to the gym with us before we go and hang out and do whatever in town. And he's just so unmotivated. It's just because he like overindulges in all of this like dopamine spike shit. But by the way, man, I recently launched a pre-sale on my online community, link in the description. You should go check it out. So what should you do? I like the title says, I've had TikTok deleted like for over 4 years now, which is insane. And I don't regret it at all. Like there's no regret in my heart for deleting TikTok. Or I never really had any of the other like short form content things. Like I know a lot of people have Instagram. I have Instagram. I just like never really use it, you know. There's no point in even watching YouTube shorts either. It's just like so boring. So I've never really scrolled that much. And I'll be honest, when you do delete all these platforms or you're not even using it at all, it does feel kind of scary. I'll be honest, it does feel kind of scary because everyone's talking about this new thing. I remember every day in high school, it was like there's this new like joke people were talking about, and I had no clue what it was because I didn't have any of these like social medias, you know. I had YouTube, but that was just for like watching content like this, like what we watch. And it felt like I wasn't in the in group, you know. I wasn't like them. But at the same time, that kind of made me feel right because I saw them and they were kind of they had all the jokes, they had all the knowledge basically. But the thing was, they just looked so unhappy. Like it was something about people that just overindulged in like short form content and stuff. They just seemed so unhappy and it was so repulsive to me. I was still like the goofy kid, you know, in high school, and a lot of people didn't really like me. And so that's how I met my best friend, because he doesn't really have any of these like short form content. We were just both the like, I wouldn't say weird kids, but we were like going to the gym and stuff, so we had muscle, but we were also like so goofy in class. We were like the class clowns, and no one really liked it, but the thing was, we were happy. And I really do think the reason why is because we just didn't have any of that weird ass like dopamine, like weird ass technology addiction, like scrolling and stuff. The weird thing is like when you go on one of these apps, if you've ever watched someone scroll, like I don't have it, and I'll sometimes will just watch someone scrolling. The content is so weird. Like some of the videos, I'll be honest, they're funny, but then a lot of it's like politics and drama, and it's all this like negative shit, idolizing other people instead of idolizing like Jesus. Like it's so weird, and I can see how people who like constantly watch it would feel unhappy. All the content just feels so negative on it. So right now I have a friend group of other guys who are like on self-improvement, but they're also, they have all the short form stuff deleted. They don't scroll a lot. And we have this vocabulary word that we call TikTok brain. It's how we describe some people. It's like we'll talk about a relationship, right? We're like, dude, I met this girl, blah, 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 but she has TikTok brain. And basically what it is, what we mean by that is like they idolize other people, which is like, it's horrible. You should only be idolizing like God, Jesus, and yourself, your own improvement. But it's also just the way they speak. Like the way they speak is so inauthentic to themselves. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. You have like the words that you want to say, right? You have the way you talk, but it's like they have let society pressure them into this behavior of speaking, this behavior of acting. And it's just so cringe, I'll be honest. Like when you get out of that group and you stop listening to all the like weird ass drama and like politics on these short form platforms, it's just like you look at them and you're like, dude, you have no life. You don't go outside. Like you're inside, you're in bed. What are you doing? You're just scrolling. You smirk a little bit. That's like the highlight of your day. While we're like going out, we're meditating, we're going to the gym, we're playing outside, we're doing all this fun shit, and we're actually like, we have smiles on our face. It's just so weird. It's so weird. The highlight of people's day is like when they get home and they're scrolling and they're not hanging out with friends. They're like isolated. It would be different. Like I remember one time I had a friend that had Instagram, and so he wanted to show me like apparently like the videos were like horrible on it. Like not horrible, but they were like kind of like this dark humor, and so he wanted to show me. And I'll be honest, I watched it with him. This was like months ago, and I'll be honest, it was funny. It was funny, but that was like a social event. I was doing it with someone else. It's so like dark when you're in your like little goon cave where you've been like jerking your meat for like the past years, and your parents can literally smell sperm in your room, and you just scroll in that little like decrepit childhood bedroom. Like that is so dark, bro. You should not be doing that. Like it disgusts me. It's so repulsive when you meet someone and you could tell their whole life revolves around like social media, or not even just like social media. It's hard to say that because I'm on YouTube, so there's really like two sides of social media. There's the people who are like trying to help others and trying to use this platform for good, but there's also just like this weird ass idolizing other people, all this like politics and cringe and negative stuff. It's just like, it's so dark, man. I'll never forget taking a step away from that. But yeah, man, like I said, if you want to join the community, link in the description. It's half off right now because it's a pre-sale. I'm still building it, but yeah, man, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.